Last weekend, my friends and I decided we were going to finally become those people who make their own kombucha. You know, the ones who wear linen pants and casually mention their SCOBY hotel at brunch. We'd watched a few YouTube tutorials, 2.5, if you count the one that was just a guy ranting about yeast for 20 minutes, and figured, how hard could it be? We gathered all the supplies, glass jars, black tea, sugar, and a dubious-looking SCOBY purchased from a man named Fermenting Frank on Facebook Marketplace. Things were going suspiciously well until we realized we'd run out of granulated sugar. In a moment of collective culinary genius, and after a heated debate about whether honey would make our kombucha too be forward, someone noticed a jar of pickles in the fridge and suggested we use the brine instead, because it's already fermented, right? Honestly, after 3 hours and several glasses of wine, this logic seemed airtight. So we dumped the pickle brine in, chucked in the SCOBY, and left the whole thing on the counter to do its thing. For science. A week later, we gathered around our creation, expecting to be hit with that signature kombucha tang. Instead, we were assaulted by a smell vaguely reminiscent of gym socks and questionable deli counters. But being the brave souls we are, we each took a sip. It tasted, not bad? Kind of like if you carbonated a cucumber and then dared it to be a cocktail. My friend Greg said it was weirdly refreshing, but also, I think my mouth is confused. At this point, we were too invested to admit defeat, so we started bottling it up in old Gatorade bottles and brainstorming names. We finally settled on calling it Brine and Dandy, because, as Greg put it, it's a pickle of a beverage, but it sure leaves you in a jarring mood.